Welcome back to Mandy's Minis Live. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. We're painting minis.
It's Wednesday night in 2026.
2026.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, you can see we still have the holiday theme going on.
We're working on it.
Not my fault. Somebody downloaded the file in the wrong format, but we won't get into that. But the tree is gone. So we are slowly getting back to normal after the holidays. However, there is something else we need today. And that is the celebration tiara.
Ooh, what are we celebrating?
We are actually celebrating our 3rd anniversary on YouTube.
Sweet.
Ben and I have been married way longer than 3 years. So
way longer.
Way longer. We're over 20 years in the marriage at this point. So but 3 years today, this exact day, we launched our YouTube channel. So kind of started this whole
Madness?
Madness, yeah, that's a good word for it. Chaos? I think chaos is better, because it is chaos. But it is very exciting chaos, and we are so glad that all of you are with us and kind of joining us for this whole journey. Especially you, Izzy. Hi! Didn't get to say hi yet. But yeah, so glad you guys are here. So glad you guys are just part of our community. And wow, we are over 1,750 subscribers on YouTube now.
It's a bunch.
That's a lot of people. I know it's not as far as YouTube channels go, but have you ever seen what that many people look like? That's a lot of people. So, we're very happy and proud of that fact. And, you know, there's another 1.1 thousand on Facebook and, oh gosh.
It's much.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's great. And we thank you for all of that because, you know, I mean, we'd still be here doing this, but much more lonely without all of you. So, you know, we really appreciate the, you know, the ability to, well, hopefully entertain you a little bit, although we don't think we're entertaining that way, but hopefully you guys do, or at least informative, educational, you know, try to be helpful. That's the whole goal of the channel, is to help others who also share this crazy hobby with us. And speaking of the crazy hobby, you can see I am painting up a new figure, and this is a baby Dracolich.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's a chibi baby Dracolich, and this is from Impact Minis. And this little cutie is going to be on display at Adepticon this year.
Yay!
But we won't be there.
Oh.
But you know, at least some of my work will be. So you guys can at least enjoy some of that, even though we can't join you. Unfortunately, we're being financially responsible this year. That was my...
It really is cute as all get out, isn't it, Izzy?
It really is. But yeah, my New Year's resolution was, you know, to be more financially responsible, have better systems, budget, things
just
like
better
that.
Adulting.
So I had to knock out the conventions this year. So, but that's okay. We'll be back next year and be there in person. But this is Impact Minis, so definitely check them out. I absolutely love their figures, obviously. I paint for them. I have for a few years now. I'm not their only artist. They also have another fantastic artist, Sparrow. He is amazing as
he
well.
says they aren't going to Adepticon either, but they did
Yeah.
just get tickets to their first convention in November, local one in
yay.
Kansas City, Meeple-a-thon.
Oh,
That
how
sounds fun.
cool. I have not heard of that
Contest
one.
everything. That's awesome. I strongly encourage you to enter. It is awesome seeing your
Yes.
work in the case at a convention. Mandy, tell your Adepticon story.
What?
The first year you went, when you put in when you,
I did the Great Unclean one. It was at Adepticon, so of course those all have to be Games Workshop figures. And my goal was, I know that I'm never gonna win a Golden Demon. I don't have the
patience.
I don't have the patience for it. These artists put hundreds of hours into one little tiny figure. I did a large figure, and yeah, I probably put a good 100 hours into it, but it was a large figure, not a tiny one. So the amount of effort and time and knowledge and creativity that some of these artists put into their Golden Demons is just wild and
mind-blowing.
I mean, definitely, if you ever get a chance, check them out, because they really are stunning.
Yes, you can.
And impressive.
She said, "Oh yes, for Golden Demon. I'm not sure I could ever do something like that."
But you can always enter. The joy is entering and seeing your figure in that case. And my goal for the year, I actually had 2 goals. I would have liked to make it past first eliminations, but I thought that was kind of ambitious for where I was. A lot of ambitious, and it was. So, but the other thing was I wanted to just have someone go, "Oh, look at that cool mini," and be pointing to mine. I entered, and then I had a class, and we came back and we were looking at all the entries. So the first time I did a walkthrough to see it in the case, the person behind me did it. So like right away, very first thing, I was like, all right, I already won for this year. That was all I wanted to consider myself winning. So.
I was,
Oh, there you go. No, you don't want to do that because
it's a big, sharp, pointy sword.
the winner gets the Slayer sword. It's an actual sword. You do not want to ambush them and try and take that. That has getting run through written all over it.
And a bunch of the people who enter seem like the kind of people who double as, SCA and HEMA types. So there's a decent chance they know how to use it.
So yeah, do not recommend trying to take that. One of the trophies, take a second place. They're still look like good solid weapons to be used against you, but not as deadly as the sword.
As Shaun and Shaun of the Dead would say, grab your blunt object.
It is literally a sword as a prize, so yeah, don't recommend that. But it's very cool looking. It is really, really awesome. So, but yeah, if you ever get a chance, I recommend going to see that, and just entering once, just to put it in the case. And there's actually a group of artists out there that get together and they kind of theme their figures that year. in a way that they know they're not going to win. Like the one year they did like all of them were Space Marines dressed up as desserts and stuff. Or
Didn't they do ballerinas one year?
Ballerinas, yep. Something like that. So they know they're never going to win because it doesn't fit the Warhammer theme of the contest, but they do it as a protest. So, ooh, the lavender brush. I love purple, so of course. Well, that would definitely be cool, and I definitely encourage you to try. I don't think there's any harm in that unless you're like me. I can sometimes get to be a sore loser because it comes from my family, but so I try to suppress that, but unfortunately it is one of my flaws that I'm working on. But that's why I like commissions. To me, a commission is like winning a contest every day, and it comes with a cash prize. So, can't really complain about that too much. And you went really quiet.
I'm texting.
Well, I guess we're no longer important enough for Ben.
I'm texting producing stuff.
Okay. So, we're also a little on the slow side today. We had to get up stupid early. So, fun doctor's appointments.
It is a it doesn't really have a name. It is a Chibi Dracolich from Impact Minis.
Yes. So yeah, this is it's literally if you go to Impact Miniatures, and search Dracolich, that should come up.
I wonder.
Might be Baby Dracolich though. It should still come up in the search. So, the base is custom made. I did that. I just thought he had to be perched on something. And he was way too cute to put just flat on a base. So what do you think? You haven't seen that yet.
That is super cute. I've been watching you.
I meant the base.
The base is awesome. I thought it was.
So.
I didn't realize you had made it, but yeah, the base is very cool. I was just thinking that.
No, I made that. That's from Epic Basing, the log. And we just 3D printed it. I put it on the base with some texture paste and, super glued everything. And there we are. So.
I hope I hope everything worked well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something. She ran off to help her son.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. You just keep painting and chatting.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm painting up this guy. I know I've been saying it, but he's going to be at Adepticon. Impact Mini. This is a new figure for them this year. So, this will be... should be available for purchase already on their site, though. He's usually really good about getting everything up right away. So. But I decided that doing a boring dry brush to make it look like bone was not good enough for this to be on display at Adepticon in an attempt to get people to want to buy it. So I'm kind of trying out a little bit of a more detailed approach. So hence the layering up by hand. So this is going to be my shadow color. Obviously not my darkest shadow color. That would be the black, which is why I didn't zenithal it, because I wanted to kind of play into that black and really keep a lot of that dark undertone for the shading. So, but I am going to take it all the way up to white. And then I'm thinking maybe some necrotic flesh or some purples in the little bits of leftover wing that haven't decayed away yet. But he's really an awesome figure. And these are so much fun to paint. I always recommend trying chibis. Because, well, for one, they're cute. And, I mean, how frickin' adorable. But also, there is, like, this is the Day of the Dead cat. So this one's going to be painted up like a Day of the Dead. I'm going to, obviously the bone, I'm going to do the same treatment for. But then he's got some fur on his face, and he's going to have the Day of the Dead painting going on. There's some fur on his paws, and of course the tail back here, so that'll be fun. But they also have other chibi figures. Like, for example, this one is Rocket Raccoon from Marvel in chibi form. Look at how cute that is. So you can actually have different pop culture figures as well. I've done Labyrinth from them. If anybody else likes the D&D cartoon from the 80s, they have all of those figures. That's actually how I met Tom, was buying those from him. And what else? The Firefly cast from that TV show, or Serenity, I believe is the movie.
We do not have a discount code for them, no.
No, yeah.
Because the skeleton cat has ears because it's a magic cat.
Yeah, he's a Day of the Dead cat. So he's gonna have Day of the Dead makeup, and he still has fur on his head and his paws and a little bit at the end of his tail. So he's not a complete skeleton yet. Well, Impact Miniatures sells the physical minis, so they actually will print it and ship it out to you. But yeah, I don't have a discount code for them. I'll have to talk to him. Maybe that's something he'll want to do. But I will also tell you that they are a small family-owned business, so I recommend supporting them anyway, just because they are a fantastic business that's really out there. And right now, especially with all the tariffs going on, he's been struggling to not increase his prices because of those, and it's just kind of been a little bit of a nightmare for him. So anything that you guys can do to support, definitely do that. What? Oh. Oh. Okay.
I'm getting fancy.
You should put the link.
Oh, that's more than. Of course, Tiara. It's special celebration. It's our 3rd anniversary.
Yeah, today is our 3rd anniversary. 3 years ago exactly, our YouTube channel started. So we are celebrating 3 years on YouTube. Yay! So, but yeah, everybody kind of came at once. Hi, everyone! I hope you got all their questions because I certainly didn't catch all of them.
I'm scrolling back to see if I missed anything good.
So. Okay, now you're laughing. I know I missed something.
Izzy jumped over to YouTube because all the fun people were on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's all. So.
Yep.
Celebratory beverages. Not if you want Mandy to stay on stream.
Yeah, I had to get up super early, like super early, like 3 hours early, to go to the doctor to get some holes put in my head this morning. So, yay.
They were really tiny holes.
They were really tiny. You can't even see them, I'm sure. You can in person. But they are, shots. I got shots. I suffer migraines, so I get Botox every 3 months for my migraines. And he had an emergency during my appointment, so they had to reschedule me. So I'm actually running late, so I've been, suffering migraines lately. So it was really, really important that I get it done. So, but it was now done, so yay. Tomorrow I should start feeling 100%. Today I got 24 shots in my head, neck, and shoulders. And yes, that includes my face. It's all up here and then back here and then
all
down.
around the crown of her head and down the back of her spine.
Yeah. So that's fun, and that's a great way to start off your day. Let me tell you. The nice thing is your day can only go up from there because you already got 24 shots in your head, neck, and shoulders. How much worse could it get? So, but yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun morning. But we are tired because of that. So yeah, any kind of
anything that doesn't have, 90% caffeine or some such.
Yeah, caffeine is our friend right now.
Anything that even remotely promotes sleepiness is not a thing.
Right.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Glad you got to the doctor. Izzy is happy you got to the doctor today.
Yeah, no, he's really good, and I mean I am so well managed. The goal of having the Botox and everything is to get your migraines down to 1 per week, and typically when I'm not late on getting the Botox, I typically tend to have maybe 1 every 3 months at most. So my doctor's actually jealous of me because he suffers migraines too, and his aren't as well controlled as mine. So, yeah, that's fun. But yeah, so I don't need to complain very much. It's just something I have to deal with. It's not.
Everyone is very happy that you got to get in and got taken care of.
Yes, thank you all. You guys are all the best. So. Okay, we're laughing.
Celebratory Mountain Dew Baja Blast is recommended.
I'll stick with my diet, thank you.
He wants to know if you see auras when you get headaches.
Mm. I've only had that once, maybe twice, not usually. I don't usually get the auras. Um, the bright makes it pound hard, more. My head pound more. And it's kind of just like this. It feels like somebody's putting my head in a vice, and then beating a little bit of a sledgehammer on the vice so that vibrates and has that hammering. That would be the explanation of what I get. And I have to be in total, almost total darkness, no light. We barely open our blinds in the house as it is, because you never know when I'm going to have a bad day, so it's just easier to be lazy and keep them closed, so that way they're not bothering me no matter what.
Izzy says she has migraines about as often now that they're well managed, so...
Yeah, oh, that's
You're
good.
in good company.
Yeah, it is not something I recommend. So, make sure it's more prevalent now because everyone does this on their phones. And so make sure you got your posture good. Make sure you've got, especially with painting. Again, don't hunch over. You're supposed to come up. So that way you don't hurt your head. I have to do, I had physical therapy as well, so I have little exercises and stretches to help with it. And I actually passed out from it once. So, had a nice little blackout.
That was freaky.
Yep. Don't want that. That was the one that one was the one that put me over the edge, especially because my cousin's wedding was coming up and I didn't want to miss that. And at that point, I was pretty much just working and going right back to bed. I couldn't do anything. It was before I discovered painting. So, I pretty much just put in 8 hours at work, which is really funny because my office was in a sunroom at that time, so windows on 3 sides. Again, mostly shades closed because I did know that the dark helped at that point. But I was pretty much just working my 8 hours and going straight back to sleep. Only eating lunch. And that was that. So it was really bad for a while. And then between my not wanting to miss my cousin's wedding and blacking out, I got serious with my doctor. I'm like, I have to do something now. But at the time, I thought it was a sinus issue because I mostly felt it here. Right here and in my temples. So I thought it was all sinus issues. So I was taking a lot of sinus medicine for it, over-the-counter medicine. So she sent me to the ENT. He did the scan, came back, everything completely clear. Completely clear nasal cavities, no problem whatsoever. Everything looked, pristine in there. He of course showed us the x-rays. That's how we know.
Sinuses are creepy. It's like a big empty space in your head. We are painting for Impact Minis for their Adepticon display.
Yeah, this little guy is going to be at Adepticon.
So that people will spend lots and lots of money.
Yes. So. But, okay, so, after that, I went back to the doctor. I said, okay, you're right. It was not sinuses. She's like, yep, let me send you to the neurologist. So, she did that. And my doctor, the neurologist, which is the same one I use, I absolutely adore him. First off, I didn't find this out till a lot later, but guys, he played Warhammer when he was younger. He knows D&D. He knows miniature painting. Like, when I told him I was a miniature painter, he actually knew what that was. We told him we went to Adepticon, And he's like, oh, I used to play. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He also is the doctor on staff for like some MMA fights. Like, and he's buff. And like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't compute that he was a nerd.
It's
like us.
super weird.
You know, it's like, no, you look like the person who makes fun of us. Although he's the sweetest guy in the world and definitely would not make fun of anyone for anything.
He's a very nice guy.
But anyway, he walks in and he's like, you know, we're going over the symptoms, and he goes, oh yeah, and your back hurts every day, right? I'm like, yeah, what's that got to do with anything? And he goes through a few other things, and it's like, okay, he really knows what he's talking about. Okay. And he laid out the exact plan. It's like, okay, stop taking sinus medicine. You're causing your migraines. Because since you don't have sinus issues, what's happening is it is doing what's called a rebound headache and causing the symptoms that you think you're curing. It's like, oh, okay. And then you're gonna go to therapy, and you're gonna stop taking all drugs, nothing, absolutely, positively nothing, for about what was it, 3 months, 6 months?
I think it was 3.
Was not allowed to take anything, no aspirin, nothing, no drugs whatsoever, prescription drugs, over the counter drugs, nothing, no NyQuil. Does not matter. Cannot take any of it. And he said it's gonna suck. And it's gonna suck for a good long time. And then one day you're just gonna wake up and be fine.
And that's when we're gonna start doing the real work.
And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, fine. So I go and I do it, and it sucked. And right about Again, I can't remember exactly what he said time frame, but like he said like 30 days, and when it was like 26 or 27, I'm like cursing him. I'm like, he didn't know what he was talking about. He's nuts. This isn't getting any better. It's getting worse every day. And then right after that, like I was about to throw in the towel. The next day I woke up, no pain. For the first time in like years. It was amazing. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. He knew right down to the day. So yeah, he knew his stuff. And I absolutely adore him. And he is just one of the most fantastic people ever. So I hope, you know, anyone who needs a doctor finds a doctor like that they can absolutely adore and trust, and so he is absolutely amazing. So I am so lucky to have found such a good doctor, because I know how hard that is. And especially because you hear all the stories about doctors not believing you with the pain, and oh, you're exaggerating or whatever. And no, he knew exactly what was going on. But like I said, he actually suffers himself, so of course he knew. So, moral of the story, kids: use proper posture when you're painting. Oh.
You're so cute.
Well, thanks, but I think you're the only one who thinks so.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, you know what? I do have to. There is one more thing that I do want to brag about, and that is my Reaper New Year's Sophie that I did this year. I put the pictures on Reaper's group chat, and I haven't been there in, oh gosh, like at least, it's probably been around 3 years, because right about when I started the YouTube channel, I stopped having as much time for the groups on Facebook. But I put that one up there because it's Reaper Sophie, and I had the whole lineup, and I was really proud of the one that came out this year. How it turned out that I painted. And so I put it up there, and one of the comments I got today was absolutely just somebody remembering me from way back when. She's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I came across this because
Awesome.
I absolutely love this idea, and I'm so happy to see you still doing it."
Dan says that his therapist asked him to bring in some models for her to see, and she was amazed.
My therapist did the same thing.
And Craig thinks the champagne looked amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's well, the tutorial's up for that, so definitely check that one out. But yeah, I've only been working on it for at least 6 years now.
Practice.
As you can see from all the photos. So yeah, it's.
But at the same time, you give yourself a massive time limit for a piece that big.
I do. Yeah, I almost I had trouble with it this year. I really wanted a few more hours, and of course, New Year's being in the middle of the work week, I just could not do it. There was so much that I wanted to continue fixing and tweaking on her. And that's the first time that's happened. So, but I do love how she came out. I think she is my best Sophie yet. And, oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
There's a little collar. He's got a little collar around his neck. I mean, it's teeny tiny. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see it very well. But there's a little collar. That is adorable. It's the little details that make these so great. So, okay, but yeah, that's it. So that's the end of my bragging. I was so excited by that comment, and especially somebody remembering me.
Well, I think you're very memorable.
And I appreciate that, but you're also married to me. You have a hard time forgetting me.
You're always around. It's one of my favorite things about you.
Well, it's time to move out. So, but yeah, that was very, very nice. God bless you. God bless you.
Excuse me. Apologies. At least there's no kittens to yell at me about it.
No, he's upstairs. Being unhappy about the little ones.
That's okay. That's his problem.
Yep. So, but how about everybody else? How was everybody else's New Year's? Anybody do anything exciting? Anyone paint anything exciting?
Chat wants to know what you're thinking of doing in the eye sockets on these figures this evening. Dark or glowy or something else?
This one, well, this one's gonna be hard to figure out because the reference photos have regular eyes in them that, of course, the mini doesn't have. So I'm gonna play that one by ear, but this one is getting a glow. It's going to have a glow in the eyes and the mouth, and that is going to be this color, Briar Queen Chill. Ooh. So this one is fantastic. It's a very weak contrast paint, so it's almost more like a glaze right from the get-go, but it is a very pretty ice blue color. And so that's what I'm going to do for that one. But for the cat one, I'm still not sure. I might do a yellow glow. But
That would probably look interesting.
yeah. I might not do anything. I might just leave them black and hollow. So, but this one's definitely not going to be. So, ooh, I missed a bit of the tail back here. All right. So, Izzy, exciting glow for the win, yeah. Did you do any role playing for the new year? How'd everybody ring in the new year? Any good stories or? I was painting like a mad woman because again ran out of time, and I was so into what I was doing. I will say this one was really funny. Most of you guys already know this because you see it in the Discord. But yeah, I actually was struggling with the skin at first because I was doing a mother color with the blue. And, well, not really a mother color. It was a global shadow, global highlight. But the blue on the skin was looking so off. And so Ben suggested I post in the help group because, hey, that's what it's there for. And, Izzy threw my own advice back at me. So that was fun. I actually very much enjoyed that.
Izzy painted a bust on New Year's Eve. Finished the half work. Awesome.
You gotta show us the photos of that.
Did Hellboy bring it over?
Wait, did we see that? I can't check. It's on my phone, but I don't remember seeing the half.
Hellboy base, and we'll bring it over Saturday. And a Rocky
nice.
Tenkai. Cool.
Awesome.
We didn't last week. Husband was working on the next arc and painting minis for the new. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give those DM prep times. I don't do that, and I don't get as good of stories out of it. And it's my own fault. So, Camo X-Wing, nice.
That could be super fun.
I think that is an awesome idea. Definitely can't wait to see that. So, a fun fact, I got suckered into another commission, so I am currently well and thoroughly overbooked again.
Izzy's doing like 5 challenges this month, so she's been printing and getting all that ready.
Nice.
She says you've seen the bust, so.
Okay. And again, I apologize. I did not get enough sleep, so not exactly with it. So I probably would look and go, "Oh yeah, of course I saw that," and instead I'm like, I have no memory. And any thought power I had, I used up at work today. So that's just the way that goes. So yeah, I definitely won't have a figure ready for our next game when we start that. The figure I started of my character, and you guys saw me paint some on stream, yeah, she broke. So I've got to start over again.
I might be able to fix it the way you asked.
Oh, the half orc? Maybe not. Okay.
And the X-Wing looks awesome. So.
Yeah, I
believe that.
Can't wait to see the photos of that. But yeah, so I definitely won't have my character ready when we start playing next. Because, I have more commissions.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I know. And the commission I took was a really easy one, and it was another sweet one. These are the ones that I get suckered by. This guy reached out to me on my website because he wants to have a mini made of his wife's D&D character, and she plays with his stepdaughter, so her daughter, and her friends, and he wanted to have that made for her, and he knows absolutely nothing about D&D. Like, he had to talk to her daughter to find out, or his stepdaughter, to find out what character it was. Like, that kind of no clue. And
he's doing that one for one of her challenges.
Oh, wonderful. That is such... I love the cloth that we were talking about. That came out really nice. But yeah, so I like, how could I say no to that? I had to help him out. He knew nothing, and he was trying to do this sweet gesture. Of course I had to help him. So now I've got that one as well. On top of, these Impact Minis, and that I'm going to finish up in time for, not even just in time for Adepticon, in time to get them back to Tom for prep for Adepticon. So, definitely on a time limit there. And then I have a couple other orders that I had already had backed up. So, that's going to be fun. But I'm definitely not painting for myself anytime soon. Oh, please tell me that was just a little hiccup and not me getting the hiccups. That would be awful. Army done and gone. So, Jose's Cloth and still working on it. Yep. So, yeah, I couldn't say no. I had to help him out. But yeah, so I am doing like literally everything. Luckily, the daughter had a photo of the character, so I have something to go off of. But I am literally hero forging the figure, and he's paying me to design it in Hero Forge all the way through painting and shipping to him. So that'll be...
It's going to turn out awesome.
It's going to be awesome. It is really going to be so cool. I am actually very, very excited about it. But yeah, it's a little more stress. I mean, luckily that the design work isn't the same time frame as the painting. So like right now I'm in paint time, so I am painting things. But designing, I'm sitting upstairs on the couch, and that's not the same as painting time. That can be done in my relaxing time. Because I really don't relax, like, ever. So yeah, so that, luckily that will happen while I finish up Impact Minis.
I need you all to yell at her on a regular basis to relax.
I'm good.
Oh yeah, you're good.
I'm good.
Do you guys believe it? I don't believe it.
I'm fine.
That sounded convincing.
I literally am the meme of, the dumpster fire. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. That's just how I function. That is just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I know, but it's fine. It's all fine and all good. We're all set.
Craig says deep breaths.
Exactly. And this is my fun. This isn't even work. Work is separate from this, and that's more stress. So, this is not stress, this is fun. Now ask him if we actually believe that one, because that one we don't even believe.
What, that work is fun?
No,
Oh.
that this is fun and not stress.
Oh, no. Nobody believes that.
You know, work is the stress, this is the fun. Yeah, I don't even believe all
This
of
is
that one.
this is stressful fun. I don't quite understand how you manage that, but
But I do. Like I said, this is just the way I go. I hate sitting still. I hate being idle. I want to move. I want to do things. So, that's just kind of the way it is. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, like my idea of the worst day ever is just sitting around doing absolutely nothing productive. Like it drives me nuts. I can't handle that. I just can't do it. It just absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have to be
Go
going.
away.
I have to be doing it. Something. So. Okay, but he is getting cuter by the minute.
oh yes. He's super cute.
And he's got such a great bone look going on, and I'm not even at the midtone yet. Okay. There. Now I have my point back. So, fun fact, last night as I was down here priming all of these guys up, the heat went out in the studio. So, there's officially no more heat. So, the good news is, Dan, we no longer have to worry about that when we do the demolition of the studio. Because the heater's dead. It's gone. So, that's good on that end. But yeah, we've already got
But it was cold.
It was cold. We brought down the space heater. We're fine. I just don't have a space heater in my office at work for work, but
You haven't turned it on
I
up there in
like 2 years. I haven't.
no great loss.
No, I'm not really gonna cry too much on that. It's just one of those things. I don't really need it. My office is right by the thermostat too, so
Not to mention we got thermostat app on our phones, so you can turn it up from wherever.
well, I just meant that where the thermostat at is typically where it's reading the temperature, so usually that's like the warmest area of the house in the winter is going to be right by where the temperature turns on.
This
Because
is true.
if not, then it's going to kick on the heat. And my office, the thermostat is right outside my office. So, works really well that way. Did you bring a coat now? No.
And Craig says, so Ben is your heat source now? Only at night.
John for more Hardwell. No, yeah, we got the space heater. It's okay. I have Ben.
Excuse me.
Problem with using Ben as a heater is then he'll put his feet by mine, and his feet are so cold all the time, and I don't like feet. I have an issue with feet in general. Like, I don't even like my own. So having feet near me, and he hates wearing socks, more or less shoes, it's just, nope, So, no. Ben does...
If I wear socks at night... my feet wind up sweaty and gross.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I do not have that issue.
I understand. I'm not suggesting that you should or do.
But, yeah, no, I don't want your feet near me.
Dan's planning a busy weekend.
Oh?
Yeah, apparently he's hanging out with Craig on Friday, and he's hanging out here on Saturday. He's just being a social butterfly, man.
And that is the way.
It's a good thing. I like it.
It is. We all need friends. We all need people to connect with. And we all need people to paint with. And to tell us.
Craig says heating pad at the end of the bed.
We had, for a while, we had a heated mattress topper. Oh, that was nice. I enjoyed that very much. Cats didn't let that last very long.
No, they shredded that up something fierce.
So, yeah. I do have an electric blanket. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if we still have the electric blanket. I know I still have the cord for it in the closet. But I don't know if we still have the blanket itself.
Dan says, and he's got a club on Saturday, too.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to make it there. Tell everybody I miss them.
And we say hi.
Yes, I would totally go, but between getting up early for the Botox this morning and taking on even more commissions that I was not supposed to do, yeah, no, I need to be here getting stuff done. I need to be making progress.
Hey, at least she started admitting to herself that she does it to herself.
I do. I always do it to myself. I am my own worst nightmare. Just like we're all our own worst critics. We always cause problems for ourselves. Aww. That's awesome.
That is hilarious.
You know, okay. I actually get in bed first, but
under the heading of, equal opportunity.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're not interested at all.
I'm kind of wondering. I'm going to try and show you guys this on Ben's phone. So...
Kickstarter for STLs. Since, we all like looking at the scantily clad ladies, how do we feel about the scantily clad men?
Kind of making it a little more fair out there.
Dracula reminded me of something, but I couldn't...
Tripod.
Tripod. I have not seen any of the War of the World movies. I used to have the original remastered radio recording on CD somewhere. So, but all of my CDs disappeared at some point. So,
during one of the many, many moves we've
right.
had. So, they're probably out in the garage, actually.
Oh, they could. They could be.
We still have things. We moved in 5 years ago. We still have things we haven't unpacked. They're in the garage.
Honestly, most of the boxes in the garage at this point. Yeah. Craig is not impressed.
Yeah.
Bella warms up Dan's bed at the shoulder level.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Izzy will stick with the ladies.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I gotta tell my mom's story.
Oh.
About that.
Go for it.
This poor Ben, one of the first times he meets my mother, this is very early into knowing my mother. We were in the car, she was driving us somewhere, I don't remember where, and I can't remember how the conversation came up or what, but her exact words was, "I'm sorry, the naked male body is just not attractive." And Ben's just like in the back like, oh my gosh.
Not that I was trying to impress her or be attracted to her at all.
She wasn't talking about him. We were talking about, I think we were talking about the difference of men liking to see women naked and,
Right, the same thing that we're talking about now.
Just the comparison.
Prevalence, just the prevalence of, scantily clad women versus scantily clad men.
And why you don't see as many scantily clad men. And that was my mom's response, and her take on it was, well, the naked male form is just not attractive. It's like, okay. There you go. That was my mom telling it like it is. I mean, she's not wrong. Don't get me, and obviously I have a husband. My mom had a husband. It is somewhat true. It's just not. It doesn't look as nice.
I 100% agree with you. If I was a young lady, and if I was a lady in any way, I do not think I would find the male form particularly attractive myself.
I mean, again, obviously I am attracted to men.
Right,
in general, but
right, but
that's not what's attractive about a guy.
And that's just it. I feel like for all the hubbub about equality and we have to represent everybody equally. Mm-hmm. The ladies don't want to see that side. The ladies don't want to see that side of the guys.
No, I think most of the ladies who are saying that stuff just don't want to see
the ladies represented that way as much.
They want to see ladies represented differently, not so much that they actually want to see the men.
But I mean, guess what? That's what the guys want to look at. So, sorry.
Hey, don't look at me. I like painting. I know Izzy kind of feels the same way. I like painting scantily clad women because they are attractive. And I'm not saying that in an I'm attracted to other women or anything like that. Or, obviously we're not saying anything about a person's sexual preference in this conversation. But objectively, it is, and for me, like, these are fantasy figures. My fantasy would definitely be looking a lot better than what I actually have in my physical form right now.
And that's what you tend to paint.
Right. So what the painting is, well, that's the dream. That's the goals. As unrealistic as they are, especially at my age, but so what? That's the fun of the fantasy. So that's why I like painting them.
It seems that everyone is in agreement.
Yeah.
Izzy says, as far as painting goes, she likes the female form more. She likes the curves and the skin tones. Craig's wife covers her eyes because, naked guys, no.
Okay, that might be a little much for me, but okay. To each of their own. Again, we're not.
And apparently, the Tom Cruise version of War of the Worlds has some pretty freaky bits in it. So.
Okay.
Izzy appreciates beautiful women and prefers to paint that. So.
Yeah. I agree. Like I said, that's. Obviously, I mean, if you look at my videos, every now and again I'll stop and go, I haven't painted a guy on a male figure on camera. I need to do guy now.
You do not paint very many of the dudes.
I don't.
But then at the same time, there is also, once again, it is definitely a guy-dominated field, and there are definitely fewer male figures.
Yes, and I also feel like, again, it's like the makeup tutorial. Not everybody has a knowledge of girly things, especially when it comes to miniature painting. Most of the girls I know who do miniature painting don't do a lot with their makeup, and most of the guys don't do makeup at all. And again, these are the ones I know. Not saying that there aren't others out there who do wear makeup, male or female, just the ones I personally know. And, I feel like I'm a little bit more in that girly girl realm where I can share the knowledge that I have and have it be of use. I mean, it could also be delusional thinking.
Probably not.
Well, on the first day, the release of the makeup painting tutorial, I probably would have told you, apparently I am delusional and totally wrong on that. But it did pick up over time, so.
It just needed a minute.
It did. It's not the first thing people are going to run to. I get that. But that's okay. People got around to watching it eventually. And the more important part is, it'll be there when they need it. So,
Yep.
That's what I like about the library, because I'll tell you, the first few years I was doing Sophie, every year I would forget how to paint the glass. And I would have to look up tutorials again. Every single year for like 3 years straight. And finally it was like, no, I know how to do this. I've retained it this time. So, I just like having that out there for them. And, sometimes you might have, it might be a different way than what you do, and that'll give you a option to try something new.
And then there are those days where you're just having a stupid moment and
can't remember things.
How do I do this thing that I've done 1,000 times before? What's
worse is when I get that at work, and the only person I have to ask is my boss, because she's the only other person who would know. And so I call her up and I'm like, I'm sorry, I do know this. I know this. I know I've done this 1,000,000 times. I really just can't remember what is the answer.
Yep, that's how I phrase. I literally, when I have to ask my boss, like, I'm so sorry, I'm having a stupid moment.
Yep, I know this. I know I have this answer. Actually happened to me today. Oh, guess what? I just remembered what I was trying to remember at work today that I could not remember. Oh, 8 hours later, I finally know.
You guys are a terrible influence.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with watching. I actually rewatch tutorials a lot, and especially right before I'm going to do mine, I'll go through. Oh, thank you. Love the tiara. That was a birthday present from Ben. It's our celebration tiara for special events. What was I just saying? Whoa.
You were talking about what you remembered from work today.
Oh.
And going back to...
Yeah, I don't need it anymore. It doesn't matter. It's not important.
Well, that's good.
Going back to... That's what I was saying. Going back to rewatch tutorials. Oh. Sorry.
And breathing, apparently.
Yeah. Probably picking up a little cold from being down here with no heat yesterday.
Oh, you were down here for like 45 minutes. If that.
Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll sometimes just rewatch a couple tutorials before I record my own. Just to make sure I don't miss anything. Well, I want them to be helpful and informative. I don't copy anyone. But
Dan says he showed Craig the Veiled video and it's fun to discuss them, watch the Big Frankenstein together. And that happens, and Izzy says that happens to me all the time. My memory sucks as I've gotten older.
Yeah, mine too. Oh, that's awesome. The Frankenstein, that one I definitely didn't get watched. Actually, neither of those I watched any tutorials beforehand. But that's because the sheer fabric is something I've done so many times before that I know my way of doing it. And if somebody else has another way, there are other ways to do it. Quite a few.
And Frankenstein, you were just playing around.
Frankenstein, I was playing around. I just wanted to make something as gory and gross as I possibly could and have a good time with it.
Alright, you're on your own for a few minutes. I gotta
Oh no!
make a quick stop.
Oh no, quick everybody. Put in 1 million comments so I really lose my mind. That'll teach him.
Why? I won't lose my mind.
No, you have to deal with me losing mine. Besides, it's funny. And it's the kind of thing I would say for someone else. I would tell somebody else to do. You know? Quick, he's gone. Let's do this to make it, worse for whatever. Problem is, I'm just hurting myself this time. That's okay. I can take what I dish out, right? And if I can't, I shouldn't be dishing it. So, that's how that goes. Oh, this guy is so adorable. So, he's getting... Oh, Jesus. Oh, good. I'm glad you found that. So, but yeah, look, he's coming along. Looking a little more bony and Dracula-itchy every day. But if I just did a dry brush, I feel like you wouldn't get to see as much detail and that sort of thing. I don't know. I might be fooling myself. I'm pretty good at that. So we finally I probably shouldn't have done this, so I'm complaining about how backed up I am, right? With commissions. We finally finished watching Stranger Things. I had been putting it off while I still had that giant army to work on because, of course, had to get that out. But once that was gone, actually, it was two of them. I got 2 orders out before I took the time to finally watch the last season and finish that off because I can't stand cliffhangers. So I knew it was going to be a big watch. So we did sit down and watch that over a few days ago. So finally caught up on that, and that's pretty nice. Not so much the 5th season was nice, in my opinion. It was alright, it was there, but did get to finish it out, so it's nice to not be behind on it. I am behind on a million other shows that we had started. Some I'll probably never get to the end of, but that's life for you. The endings aren't totally guaranteed. So, accept that while you can. Anybody else, watch that one? I'm on mute, cause... Oh, don't worry, I'm not giving any spoilers. I hate that, I hate spoilers, I will not do that. So, no spoilers whatsoever. You're safe with me on that one, I promise. I will not do that. That is the worst when you know what's coming. I will do a spoiler for the Da Vinci Code. That one, because I hadn't read the book, Ben had, and when we sat down to watch the movie, about 10 minutes in, I won't give the spoiler, but I mean, at this point, if you haven't seen it, like, you're not going to. But about, 10, 15 minutes in, I kind of guessed the exact ending, and Ben was like, oh, and turns the movie off, and I'm like, what are you doing? I want to watch the movie. He's like, you already know the ending. I'm like, oh, I was just guessing. So, you might like it. There's a whole lot of nostalgia, of course, because it's from the 80s. And it is interesting, and it is D&D related. So, that is what I'll say. I was not as into it as everyone else was when it first started. As the seasons went along, season 2 was alright. Season 3 and 4 got much better, and I was more invested. And then, of course, season 5 is the last season that just came out. So, that's what I'd say on it. I'm not. It was good, and I'm not sure that I would actually recommend it and say, oh yeah, you've got to watch that. But I will say that it was good. Overall, so. That will be all I say on that one. Again, I'm not giving any spoilers away, so. Alright, I missed some comments here. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll back up, but I gotta do it over here. I don't watch any of it. You're good. You're good. No more talking about it. Again, I didn't say a single spoiler though, so don't worry. I promise I did not say a single thing. I'm not going to. I hate when people do that. I'm not doing it. Yeah, you've got to go back up and read one of the comments because one of them was for you.
I saw.
Okay.
It got answered. It got addressed.
Okay. Oh, no, not that one. There was another one further up.
Hurry back, she's going nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you do the close-up of the Dracolich? You were requested to do a close-up of the Dracolich.
That's probably as good as I can get while keeping it in focus.
You have been thanked.
There he is. You're very welcome. He is... I mean, he just gets cuter the further I go along. So I am absolutely in love with this figure.
You're going to keep it and not send it back.
I have to send it back. It has to go to Adepticon. Otherwise, nobody else at Adepticon will see the awesomeness that is the little Dracolich. I mean, how could I keep this from thousands of people? That would be mean. And, probably burn my relationship with Impact Minis pretty hard. So.
Honestly, if one disappeared, I doubt he would notice. I mean, now that we've been talking about it for 10 minutes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would notice that. Something about it reminds me of Xander.
Yes. I can see that.
That is Xander, our little kitten, the new little edition. One of the new little editions. He's
the baby.
He's the baby. He's adorable. He's sweet. And at the same time, he's a little rambunctious and pushes the envelope a little bit. Not enough to be a big problem, but he does do that.
He seems to think that people food is for him.
Yeah, he does do that. And
looking nice and bony. Are the horns or wings going to be a slightly different color?
The bones on the wings, the
wing bones?
Yeah, the wing bones are going to be bony. There is some tattered flesh or skin on it, and that I do want to do in a little bit of a different color. Add some purples and pinks to it, more decayed flesh kind of look. But for the most part, it's going to be very, very bony. So. But yeah. Just personality-wise, he looks adorable like Xander, like very cute, chibi look, kind of baby look. But at the same time, there's that air of mischief. Not big problems, just a little bit of mischief, so. That's what he feels like to me anyway. So he reminds me of our little Xander.
Dan says he needs to print more of the chibis and get more from Impact.
Yeah.
Craig recommends a nice bright color, perhaps.
Unfortunately that I really would not be able to do. Because I do have, some vague guidelines from, Tom onto what to do with these Impact Minis. So, he's got a certain look he's going for. And, bright just wouldn't fit in here very well. So, but we'll get him. We'll get it so that they stand out pretty well, at the very least. Come on.
He's suggesting a nice bright color for the cat.
Oh, for the cat, yeah. Definitely. I mean, he's got to have the nice shiny gold little medallion hanging off of it. If I can get my talent up good enough that day, whenever I do it. Yeah, probably not. That's really, really tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really cute to like rake Coco on it. You know, the Day of the Dead, you know, Coco.
That would be cute.
Yeah.
I would be impressed if you could do that.
So would I. That is smaller than anything I have ever written. So, on a mini. So, I don't think there's room for that. I'm not even sure there would be room for like a C. If there is, I'll do it, but I've gotta work on it first. But and it gets quiet as I do detail work.
Sorry?
It's hard to talk and concentrate on the details at the same time. But hey, I'm working on it. I'll figure out how to ramble. Even remember. I'll learn to talk eventually.
You sure about that?
No,
Okay.
but I'm gonna try. Yeah, and you know what? I might do something a little different with the horns up here, but again, I'd have to check the reference photo to see if I can even get away with that or something. I'm sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I could to an extent, but that is just coming on. There we go. He is just coming along
very nicely.
pretty good. So I am very happy with how he's coming out. A secret to some of the detail work and the thin lines is a light touch, which is why you see me missing some of the time, because I'm trying to hit it so lightly.
Craig might have gotten the scale wrong on his mini.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you want to be taller than that.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little bit taller. I'd show you mine, but again, I don't have it. I broke it.
I got it. I got her.
I broke her, and I haven't painted her yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to.
Oh, yo.
I'll figure it out eventually, but
mean...
I always eventually take time for myself. Because I have to, otherwise I'm going to burn out totally. And not be good to anybody.
Only about half too small.
Like I said, a little bit. A little bit too small. It'll be good.
You okay with them getting a preview on
On what?
on Discord?
Kedro?
Yeah.
I'm not even painting nearly on screen.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
You're supposed to be watching that.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I painted part of her on stream before.
Okay.
She's not any kind of big secret or anything. So, no, show away. I don't care. She's got a whole story behind her. I guess all characters do. That's kind of the whole point of a backstory. What you doing?
Putting up a picture.
Picture are you putting up?
The picture I just took of Cadriel.
Oh, that's the broken one.
Yes.
Here, let me. You don't have to keep it patron only. Like I said, I've painted her on here before. So there she is. And,
Did digital image and print on paper. Craig has told me about it.
yeah. But yeah, that is, whatever she was, really?
Flame.
Yep.
She was holding flame.
Flames. The spell effect she was holding broke off. So Ben's supposed to print me another one, and I'm probably going to just take that one and we're going to try and replace the hand. So I don't have to totally start over. But, you know, I don't know. I might end up totally starting over anyway. Because it's me. And why not? Because I started this, I have no idea how long ago, and I don't know, I kind of want to do a better job on it now, and isn't that always the way?
You're so cute.
I always want to do better.
Better is a good thing. Just don't let the pursuit of better... No, that's not how it goes. Never mind. Never mind.
No, it's the pursuit
of perfect. Ruin good. Don't let the pursuit of perfect ruin good.
No, don't let the pursuit of perfect halt all progress.
Oh, okay. That works too.
Good is still progress, whereas waiting for perfection is no progress at all. At least that's how I've always heard it.
I've heard a few different versions, so...
This little guy is just so cute. I just absolutely love chibis. They are just so much fun to paint. And I'm kind of taking my time here because I really want to get this looking really, really special. But for the most part, they finish so easily and so quickly. But because of the proportions, you get to do so good with them on the face. Izzy, I definitely think you would really enjoy painting chibis. Because again, you get that benefit of...
Big faces, little bodies.
Yeah. So you get to paint the big face with all the details. And then when you get to the body and the rest of it, that's not necessarily as fun to paint. There's less of it, so it goes faster. So I think they're great for practicing skills.
Craig says, does the Dracolich's base need a little stray bone or something? It might make a nice foil to the cute figure. You know, we've got a bunch of skeletons, actually. I don't have any chibi skeletons.
Yeah, here's the thing though. We don't want the base, the figure doesn't come with a completed base. It comes with an empty base. So we want to make sure that the figure is the star because that's what they're actually buying. So we don't want to make the base too complicated or detailed. You know, it's got to be interesting enough to draw attention, but not as full or as adorable. I'm sorry, I just read dang cute and adorable came out. But not as detailed and in depth as we would normally do on a base.
Not to mention, we want the focus to be on what Tom is providing.
Ben, that is the exact thing I just said.
Yeah.
We need the focus on the models. That's what they're buying. They're not getting all the things on the base.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
He is paying attention to you guys in Discord and not on the stream. I think it's funny. Because you know you're still talking to the same people, right?
I know. I'm well aware.
Except for me. That's I'm the only one you're not paying attention to.
I'm paying attention.
Hey, you know what? Good for you. You need a break from me every now and again, right?
No. That's why I married you.
Yeah. But everyone will say you still need a break every now and again. Except for me, I won't say that. I won't tell you that. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, you guys are all kind of crazy.
Yes, we are. That's why we're here.
I'm kind of curious now how many conversations you all are having with each other at the same time. Because...
Again? Still?
Hey.
You've been crazy for 20 years.
That's true. Actually, that is not true.
Oh?
More like a little over 40.
Well, I can only speak for about 20, so...
Yeah. No, I was crazier as a kid, I think.
So you're just like me and Brian, only in this situation, I'm Ben and Mandy is Brian. Okay. Good to know.
Oh, I'm not sure I follow that, but okay. I think I missed in what capacity. the
Crazy is way
Listen.
better than whatever normal is supposed to be, Craig says. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movie lines ever. And it came out of one of the X-Men movies. And now I can't remember it right, so I'm not even going to do it, but it was one of Magneto's lines. It was a good line.
Oh, was it when he was talking to the senator?
No, it was...
The senator called him crazy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was at some point when he was talking to Wolverine. It was something along the lines of...
You'll never be normal. Or
Yeah,
something
normal
like
is what everyone else says they are. Or it says that you are not, or something like that. Much like Ben restating what you did about the bases and the... very much.
Yeah.
So, because Izzy says, because she usually restates what her husband just said.
Got it. Yep.
So.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
I repeat what you say so that I know we're both talking about the same thing.
No, not usually. Usually it's like this, where you weren't totally paying attention. It's like you think you were paying attention, but you weren't paying attention, so you think you're saying it differently, even though you're totally not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna fight over it.
No, we got over that a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but you need to get to a point in your marriage where you decide what is actually worth fighting about, and you figure out not much.
Right.
Not much is worth getting upset about or fighting about anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those lines that, the idea of it sticks in your head, but when you haven't seen the movie in years and years, it's, like...
You can't get the exact quote to get that exact feeling.
Right. So, that's where I am on that one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's like... Yeah, no, I get that. But I don't feel like Ben always does that. Or sometimes, like I said, he thinks he's doing that, but he's just literally repeating what I said because he wasn't totally paying attention.
Well, in that case, I'm trying to make sure that I got it right. So that, we can continue and I, not screwing something up.
Once again, I just think let's not worry about it because it's not worth fighting about. It's one of those things that happens. Not gonna say it doesn't get annoying, but again, not anything that's worth fighting about. Just one of those quirks. Okay. I have plenty of annoying things I do. I'm sure of it. I can't think of a single one right now. But I'm sure
There's
he
nothing
could.
annoying about my love.
I'm sure he can. I'm sure he has at least 20 ideas in his head right now that are just popping right in there.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. None of us will ever hear about it. You know why? 'Cause he's not dumb.
Craig says, true marriage, pick your battles, never fight a war where no one wins. And us guys like to restate to make sure you got it right. I'm on your side, man. See there?
Oh, no. If we start any kind of a battle of the sexes, I am so gonna lose control of my own channel. I know you guys are, I mean, there's just far more of you in the hobby than I am. I have no chance.
On the other hand, we all know that they're always right because, you know, the ladies are the ladies, and they're always right.
Well, here's the thing. You all know I like learning and I love history and things like that. Here's the thing. The big secret that all the... I shouldn't say... I'm going to phrase this very carefully. That a lot of the feminists forget or don't take into account is that while men may have been in control throughout history, or at least think they were, there are so many instances of women for hundreds of years, thousands of years, secretly pulling the strings. And we know how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We are the puppet masters.
There's a reason that... Yes, even when they're wrong. Yes, you don't tell them that. And, you know, there's a reason why, you know, behind every good man is a great woman is, you know, a cliche. Because it's more accurate than most.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, there have been times, there's actually this big conspiracy about one of the former presidents where he had gotten so ill at one point, and everyone was pretty sure that the vice president was not running the country, the first lady was, while the president was incapacitated with his illness. Because she said she was doing everything with his, you know, she was just relaying all of his information. And a lot of people believe that she was
Roosevelt.
actually pulling the strings.
Yeah, Roosevelt, down near the end of his... before he kicked the bucket.
So, nope, before that.
Very possible, I don't...
This was, I think, before that.
Why is there a clown on my...
That's not a clown. That's another one of the chibi figures.
I know that.
This is the one I asked you to pin.
Oh.
Look, guys. Anybody know who that is?
I don't. Not off the top of my head. Do you? Exactly. Moving right along.
He's one of the figures I believe he's from a video game.
Oh, that would explain it.
But do you see these teeny tiny legs on this great big figure? He's a little wobbly.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to make it through, up till, not to mention through Adepticon, without some pins.
Okay.
So I left him there for you to pin him. And then
I'll see what I can do about
we'll
that.
go from there. But oh my gosh, this guy is just adorable. And I'm gonna do one more step before we wrap up here. That's the wrong one. Uh-oh. Where'd you...
Definitely not Fifth Element.
Been still on my pint.
This is not a Mondo Chihuahua.
It's in the email. Who it's supposed to be and everything. So I am adding some shading back in. with the contrast paint. Get a little more contrast going.
And why would we do that? Because contrast, contrast, contrast.
Contrast is key. It is king of the minis. Contrast matters more than almost anything. Almost.
Craig says wash time.
Wash time?
As in you're putting wash on?
No, not exactly. I mean, yeah, it's more like a glaze. I'm using the contrast paint as a glaze. Kind of not really similar to a wash, because a wash would only go down in the shadows, and I'm just hitting everything that's on the shaded side. I have the light coming down from this way, so anything that would be over here, you know, from this way, would not be getting light. So I'm just trying to basically bring that color down a little bit with this. And this color is actually Skeleton Horde, and is one of my favorite contrast paints, and is one of my favorite ways of painting bone.
He says, glaze, got it.
It looks so good. I rarely do washes on figures anymore. It has to be like really textured for me to do it, or I mean, there's got to be some special thing to it, because for the most part, layering is going to give me an overall better results. It just kind of depends on why I'm trying to, or how I'm trying to arrange it and control the paint. Washes, you don't get a whole lot of control. Glazes, you have much more control over. And layering, obviously, you have even more control over. So it just gives us a little bit more shading that way. Putting that back in. So a little more depth, and adds just that little more extra color to it. So that's kind of more of what I'm going for here. And there we go. I mean, I've still got a little bit to do, like, again, with the wings, and I want to bring the highlights up a little bit more on the bone. Blend that glaze in a little bit better. In certain areas, like especially on the beak area here.
The beak?
The beak.
Internet points to whoever can place that one too.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here is gonna know the beak. And maybe Izzy, because she's got kids.
That's a much richer bone tone.
Exactly. Yeah, I love Skeleton Horde. Usually when I'm doing bone, my answer is to do an ivory and then throw Skeleton Horde on it, and then maybe do a dry brush with the ivory over it to give it, you know, some extra depth. But again, this is really kind of an advanced bone than what I would normally do, so. But it is that time of night.
Izzy says he's looking super cute. Well, she just said
thank
so
you.
cute. But
I just love these figures. I mean, the cat is still in a disturbing phase. I'm not sure how much that the cat is really going to get to the absolute cutest. But let me show you before we go one more really, really, really cute one that I have. Look at that. I don't know how well you can see him.
Is that a hippo?
No.
It looks hippo adjacent.
It is. It's adjacent.
Okay.
It's hippo adjacent. I can't remember what the name of it is. I want to say it begins with a T. I don't know. About 8 hours from now, I'll probably remember. Just like this thing with work. You know?
There
when
you
it
go.
does not matter anymore. But yeah, anyway, it's basically it's an animal that looks just like a hippo, very much like a hippo, just slight differences, but it's gonna be painted up pretty much hippo, and I left some area on the base to do some resin. So.
Craig's excited about a pygmy hippo.
Yeah, not mine, unfortunately. Again, I still have to,
But you can order one for yourself from Impact Minis.
yeah. I still have to follow instructions, so. But, you guys, this was an absolute blast, and I really, really appreciate you spending, the last few hours with us, not to mention the past 3 years on YouTube. That's so crazy. 3 years, guys. So really just we're like
Blown away.
totally blown away and really appreciate you all. And gosh, so much fun. Can't wait for next week. We're gonna have so
Exactly.
much more fun next week. Nothing special, just getting to see you guys again. Well, one of you we're gonna see this weekend. But yeah, anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, remember, happy wife, happy life.
That's the one I was trying to come up with.
Okay, that totally goes with everything we've been saying. But yeah, be nice to your spouse. That's what we'll just leave it at that. Be nice to your spouse, no matter what gender they are. But also, until next time,
Have fun.
and keep creating.
Bye, everyone.